Morning, love, and happy vlog day. Tuesday for me, Friday for you. Let me put this project to the side. Let me show y'all my new desk. It's so much going on. So here's my new desk. The closet is open because we got a lot going on here. But this is my new little work corner. So I was going to put my desk outside. It actually looks really freaking good right here, y'all. Hold on, let me get the angle back right. Okay. It actually looks really good right here. So I am pretty sure I'm going to keep it right here. But I'm still going to take all of these photos down and put the photos on my back area. One second. Because, of course, my job. Again, one moment, y'all. Alrighty, I am back. I'm actually going to push myself this way because there might be... there's no customer information on here because I'm always thinking about the angle that I'm looking at. And I would rather be looking at this. But anyways, I'm going to take all these photos down. Put the photos in the back in my, specific space. I'm going to leave this Chanel picture up. And I think I'm going to get a few more of these, cute black girl art pieces and just put them right here. So it looks a little bit, less like a little... I've had a wall of pictures in my room since I was a little girl. And I will always have a wall full of photos and things to remind myself of the things and the people that I love. But I feel like I want to take this and put it on my backspace so that way it's just kind of where I am. And when people come in, they just kind of see general black girl art. I have another black girl poster picture like this that my sister gave me. I think I'm gonna put that one and this one up here, and that's gonna be that. Just kind of like a nice plain wall. And I'm gonna keep my seat and everything right here, but I'm gonna get another one of these desks and put it back there because I need a desk that's all just for crochet, because I'm gonna just do all my crochet stuff, especially when it gets warmer outside out there. Very small, quick conversation or kind of bit of an update on the romantic relationship here in the home. And then, like I said, we're not doing a lot of focusing on that because my goal is to work on my relationship with myself. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about something that might take me some time to talk about or talk through this week. Or who knows? It might not. I don't know. But let's see. Let's work through it. So I think the biggest, the quick little romantic relationship update that I want to give is we were watching, I'd rather it be that. I don't want none of this information up, child. Can you see anything? Okay, perfect. We were watching the show Married at First Sight. I've been watching it for a while, actually, and it's a really good show. I love social experiment shows. I feel like it kind of gets me away from my shit and my craziness and worry about somebody else's, which is golden for me. Let me just say, okay, which is golden for me. And so we were watching it, and one of the characters on the show just flat out said, "I'm not happy in my marriage." And he looked at me and was like, "Are you happy in your relationship?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "What's making you unhappy?" And I just told him the things that I expressed to you guys in my vlog last week. I was just like, it feels like I have a roommate, and not even really a roommate, like a child. You have a lot of immature moments, and because of those immature moments, it's causing, issues with our intimacy. It's causing issues between us. And just shit not the way I would like for it to be. So no, I'm not happy. And I feel like he said the thing that most people say when they make you unhappy and they know that they've made you unhappy. It's kind of like, I hate that you feel that way. I'm sad that you're feeling that way. I hate that that's what you're experiencing. And what I hate is when he said that, I said, "I'm sorry." I hated that. I hate that because I don't owe him an apology. And I don't, and it's not that I don't get to hold space for his feelings, right? Like when he told me that it hurts him that to know that I'm unhappy, I understand that is hard to hear. And so I should have been sensitive to it in another way. And I had to kind of give myself that feedback of don't apologize to anybody that you have just told that hurt you. He wasn't owed an apology in that moment. he hurt me. He is the reason I'm unhappy. Like, whether it is intentional or not, you did it. And you acknowledge that you did it. And so I have to stop saying, you know, I'm sorry for being honest. That's kind of that. I told him that I'm unhappy, but I am, you know, I'm here. A lot of my I'm here really does just come from a place of like, I'd rather be here than to be my other options. Which is hard for me because I feel bad, because I feel like he feel like he's still in the game in a lot of ways. And I'm not saying that he completely out of the game, but he's not as in the game as he think he is. And I realize that, like, I really don't have the patience to have that conversation, because I feel like I've been having elements of that conversation quite often in this relationship. Like, I've been saying, hey, you know, pay attention to me. And so I think now he's truly paying attention to me, and the reason that he is because I'm not talking so much. So I feel like as a woman, it's so sad, because like most men encourage you to communicate with them. But sometimes I feel like when you do communicate with them, it doesn't really matter, because they don't get it right until they get it right. And usually they don't get it right until you stop communicating with them. So I completely understand the women who cut men off right at the beginning. I understand women who immediately, you know, jab out. I understand women who ask for a lot. And this week, my question to myself is, number one, why do you say all day long that you don't ask for a lot? And if you don't ask for a lot, why don't you? And if you truly didn't ask for a lot, then what are we talking about here? Because why are you upset? If you don't ask for a lot and you're not getting a lot, then it sounds like you're getting what you asked for. And I realize that that is absolutely correct. And that there are women in this world that do ask for a lot. And sometimes those women don't even do half the shit that I do. Them women ain't that's not me, and that's not me shitting on nobody, but like, when you know who and what you bring to the situation, or the, you know, the buzzwords, what you bring to the table, when you know what you bring to the table, and you know that there are people in this world who do not bring a fraction of that to the table, but they still demand a level of respect that you don't even feel comfortable demanding, you got to realize this is a situation with yourself. And so while I work on my relationship with myself, I have not closed the doors to having a good relationship with my partner. But I'm also like not walking around here with like my fingers crossed and my heart open anymore, because I feel like that was what I've been doing, and I've been kind of getting disappointed by the fact that like he gonna do whatever he want to do when he want to do it. And so hopefully when it sounds like this is the year, right? It sounds like because he's been talking like, oh yeah, everything worked the way it's supposed to be, you know, we gonna get a car next month. I'm fine with like starting with the shared vehicle. I'm still on my own saving to have my own vehicle, because whether we stay together or not, I need my own car. I need my own form of communication. I need my own form of transportation without having to sit and have a conversation with him constantly. Like, I don't like how much I have to speak to him about what I want to do with my life. I also realize that like that literally is what it means to be in a relationship. And so I'm truly talking to myself and asking myself, do I really want to be in a relationship? And if I don't, I need to be honest with him and tell him that. And maybe that's better, right? Like, maybe it's better that I am honest with myself and with him and say that I don't think I'm relationship material, than to try to say like, you know, you failed or you make me hate relationships. Like, I don't want to give him that much power. I don't want to give anything or anybody that much power. I believe that I have never been relationship material. I believe that I have always wanted to just kind of have a good time and not be in anybody's life for a long time. And I feel like I kind of allowed myself to be open to doing the long time thing, because I had so much joy and positive experiences with this man. But the truth of the matter is I have always really kind of desired a more of a nomadic life. I've always desired a life where I can kind of do what I want to do, and then I can do, you know, other things later on in life, where I can get like little spurts of love from people. But I've never really wanted to just be in this like balls to the wall, ride or die ass relationship. Like I've just never wanted it. And I realized that the reason that I'm so frustrated in this relationship is because I feel like I'm overworking myself for some shit that I never even wanted. Like, I can understand a woman who truly wanted love or truly wanted kids or truly wanted to, like, wake up in the morning and have somebody to take care of. I've never fucking wanted that. And so I think it's frustrating me that I'm waking up every day trying to find a way to coexist in an environment that I truly just want to say thank you for this and goodbye to. And I think the reason that I don't want to say goodbye is because I know the person that I'm dealing with is going to be like it's going to be such a cold disconnect. I feel like it'll be such a cold disconnect if I left him at this moment. Or it'll be just so sad. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like going to a casino and beating a motherfucker out of all of their money and not at least giving them a little time to win some of their money back. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I have to at least give him an opportunity to make right some of these wrongs. Because I watch him be sad. I watch him genuinely be sad about it. And I feel like I got to work on this shit that I have to work on internally, whether I be with him or not. And so why not work on this shit within this relationship instead of working on this shit trying to be single and people all in my face? Like, people in my face and I got a man, but it'll be worse if I were single. And so I feel like, fuck it. I'm in this relationship. Let me use the next, 30 to 60 days to just really get my shit together. And once I get my shit together and get a better understanding of myself and my relationship with myself and kind of get the ground under my feet, if I'm still feeling this way about the relationship, then I owe it to myself and to him to be honest. But I need to give all of this some time. Before I started my vlog today, I watched my vlog a year ago today. He was getting, the baby registered for school, and I was freaking out because everybody was in the house and I was annoyed, like, I think about that a year ago. Like, that just we just got normalcy with that a few months ago, for real. You know what I mean? And even that is not real normalcy, because right now his mother is, okay with getting his son, here and there. But I can already hear it in some of the things that she's been saying to him that, like, that might not be a constant. Like, at first she made it seem like she wanted him to come over because she needed the help. Now, sometimes when I hear her on the phone, and again, I'm not interpreting it and I'm not going to make any actions towards it, because this is probably just how they communicate. And that's another thing that I'm learning, is they have a different style of communication that doesn't register with me. And it makes me want to do things that don't have anything to do with their shit. Like, I'm listening to her speak a lot about how frustrated and annoyed she kind of feels to have a teenager at her house every weekend. Baby, we don't do shit. It ain't like we doing shit in this house. Like, he could stay here. He could be in his home. But I think that's kind of like the mama bear in me, kind of being like, I don't want him to ever feel like he's not welcome somewhere. Like, I don't want him to feel like we get up every Friday morning ready to take him to his grandmother's house. Like, I would love to spend a weekend with my stepson. I don't mind it, because honestly, I'm trying to figure out whose relationship can I have some positive energy in. Not that I don't have positive energy in my relationship with my partner. It's just still energy. And I would love for the boys to be around more. Maybe if we do things as a family, I can kind of have more of some excited energy in this space. Because right now I'm just kind of like, and I feel bad because I know he wants so much more from me. But it's like, I need you to work harder. And I think that's also kind of my stance, and like what I'm talking to myself about this week is like, you need to ask for a lot. And the reason that you need to ask for a lot is because you work your ass off in every situation that you're in. And you constantly find yourself, hold on, y'all, we gonna put y'all right here because I need to do some work. And the work includes sensitive information that y'all can't see. And I don't feel like pausing because it's not that bad. I do a lot of work. I put a lot into everything that I do. And I realize that I need people around me that are going to put a lot into me, because I deserve a lot. And I deserve to demand a lot. Like, even with this desk, I was just like, I want this set up this weekend. And usually I don't do that. Usually I'm just like, when you get a chance, can you do it? No, I was very stern about it. And it happened. That's another thing that I recognize. It's like, I'm dealing with a person that needs a tough coach. He's told me that his whole life. Our whole relationship. And I think I kept trying to like stand my ground and be like, I'm not going to be tough. You're not going to make me hard. But then I have to realize that if you're not going to be hard in a situation with somebody who wants somebody kind of that's going to be hard on them, then they're probably going to end up hard on you. And you're going to end up getting trailed over. And that is what happened in a lot of ways in this relationship is I kind of got bulldozed. And I got bulldozed because I didn't want to be a tough coach. And why not? Why not? You know what I mean? Because first of all, I gotta undo the judgment that I have for tough coaches, right? Like I have to stop looking at women who demand their respect or people who demand their respect in a negative light. There's nothing negative about knowing that you deserve the best and asking for it and expecting it and not feeling like you need to do any work to expect it. That's what I have to realize that I haven't been doing in this relationship. I got in a relationship with somebody who chased me. I got into a relationship with somebody who asked to be with me. Why am I the person working the hardest here? Truthfully. And so I'm changing that. You want to be with me? Show me. Because truthfully, I'm not the one benefiting here. And I hate to say it like this because I know that, again, I think about what's going to happen once my platform gets larger and these videos have more eyes on them. But what I'm about to say is absolutely the fuck true. When you are a person without children and you date a person with children, you don't stand to benefit a lot in these situations unless you are a person who really wants children. Then there's a emotional benefit there that cannot be ignored. I will not ignore the fact that if you truly want children, and you end up walking into a ready-made family, the benefit that you get there is you get that thing that you've always wanted. But when you're a person like myself who doesn't want children, who has never wanted children, and you find yourself in a relationship with somebody, all you really get is the sacrifices of having children. And really, you don't know what you're sacrificing for. People who got kids and really want them, people who don't even have kids and want them, they sacrifice and they say, this is what I wanted. This is what I asked for. I asked for a family. I didn't ask for that shit. And I realized that I have been working super hard for some shit that I really don't want. Like, I like him and I love him. But I could talk to him and me and him could fuck around and be friends or whatever. Like, I don't have to put my life on hold and be out here trying to wait for a ring and this, that. I don't have to do none of the shit that I'm doing because I don't really want to fucking be here. Not like that. Like, not to say it in that way, but hold on. I wanted to write my gratitude for the day. I decide what my life looks like because I do. Other people don't decide what my life looks like. Other people's expectations do not decide what my life looks like. And for a lot of my life, that has not been true. For a lot of this relationship, that has not been true. I believe that a lot of the moments in this relationship where I probably would have left being who I was back in the day, I stayed because of what I feel like my mother would say about me, or what I feel like people would say about me, or what I feel like he would say about me. And I realized, like, I don't owe anybody anything because I did not do anything wrong to anybody. I didn't mistreat him. I didn't mistreat his children. I have never mistreated any of the mothers of his children. I didn't mistreat his mother. I didn't mistreat anybody. But if we're being very honest in this situation, I was mistreated. And I was mistreated by a standard of people. But before I was mistreated by anybody else in this relationship, I was mistreated by myself. And I mistreated myself by not asking for a lot. This week, I put that question in my own face. And I say to her, stop wearing that as a badge of honor. It's not cute that you don't ask for a lot. Because what the fuck are you working so hard every day for? You could be a mediocre ass person if you want other people to just be mediocre in your life. When you choose not to ask for a lot, when you choose to lower the standard, when you choose to tell people that it's okay to give you whatever it is that they have available, then they will not prioritize you, which means that you get all the leftover energy after they have given all of the good energy to people who ask for a lot. Now, you don't have to ask for a lot in a malicious way. You don't have to be a bitch about it, and you definitely don't have to disrespect or disregard anybody, but you are going to start asking for more because you deserve it. I don't feel bad about the fact that my romantic relationship and my romantic sense has taken a part in this relationship. And if the person who claims to love me truly does love me and want to be with me, then he will carry the relationship and ignite the fire again, because I did it. I tried to keep it fresh. I did a lot of shit in these last 6 years trying to make sure that this was what we both wanted, both needed, etc., etc. And so I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not taking the role. I'm not taking the lead. Why would I take the lead in a situation where a man literally wants to be able to lead and wants me to submit to him? And this man wants submission. Even though he likes to cook, so sometimes the gender roles are a little blurred. This man wants submission. He wants me to ask his permission before I do things. He wants people to ask permission to talk to me and fucking look at me. And we were out one time at an event, me and my brain thinking we're poly, so I'm not saying we are free for all, but I don't think a nigga gotta ask you permission to hug me. That motherfucker told me, don't be having men picking you up and hugging you without asking me, am I okay with that? You want a submissive woman. You want a pretty exclusive woman. Cool. Show me that. Be a man. Be my leader. And if you're not going to do that, if you're going to be a child, then I'm going to move like a mama. Mama got to have a life too, Jody. So either you my man and you doing what the fuck you supposed to do, and I don't have to even be moving like this, or I'm finna move like this, and I'm not finna move like this from a place of like trying to dip and dodge around you. For what? As it stands right now, nothing that I am being provided in this situation makes me want to stay here, other than the fact that I love this person. And that's enough for me, truthfully. But I also realize that I need more. And so I am stepping back and I am asking for more from a place of confidence, not from a place of like, I'm so sorry to bother you. I'm so sorry to nag you. I'm so sorry to inconvenience you. Can you give me more? Why would I be that sorry? Again, you chased me. You asked me to open up. You asked me to trust you. I had a very comfortable life full of men who did things for me in little spurts that worked for me, and together they made a dream man. I walked away from that to bet on you. And I don't have regrets. I don't. But what I'm also not going to have are long-standing lack thereof, because that will create a regret. I'm not going to keep not getting the things that I deserve in life. Like, right now, mentally, maybe you can't think to take me out on a romantic date. I'm about to start going out on dates with my friends. I got a brunch date set up with my friend on the 31st of January. I'm going to be scheduling a sister date with my other friend. I got next weekend, I'm going to trap yoga with one of my homegirls. I'm about to start romanticizing my life again, the way I did as a single woman. And the only dates I will have with this man are the dates that he plans. You got to step up. And I believe that he wants to step up. I believe that he will step up. I believe that he can step up. And so I am going to allow that. I am changing my relationship with asking for more, because I deserve so much more than I've gotten in life. And the first person who has to say that and who has to stand up for that is me. And that's what I'm doing. And that is what I will leave y'all. A nice little 25-minute half rant, half holding myself accountable, / giving myself some props. I'm proud of myself. A year ago today, I would have never said half the things that I said today on camera, let alone out loud. But I am in this space where it's like either our lives are about to completely change because the world is about to change, or the world finna end and we all finna die. I don't really know what's about to go on, but what the fuck does it help me to be dishonest? What the fuck does it help me to withhold information? What the fuck does it help me to apologize for taking up space? Like, last weekend when I told him that I was unhappy and he laid in my bed and held me and said that it hurt him that I was unhappy and I said sorry, I keep playing it in my head. I hate that for me. I hate that for me. And I never want to say sorry again in a situation where somebody else has wronged me. No, I'm not sorry. And I'm so glad that it hurt you, that you hurt me. And I hope that that hurt allows you to get on your shit and stay on your shit, because you deserve a woman like me if you get right. But if not, I don't deserve none of this shit, and I'm not going to stick around for it. Point blank, period. What the fuck am I out here? And this is not no diss towards single parents at all, but what the fuck am I doing out here killing myself to keep a single father of 2? And I don't got no kids. And I got a pretty decent job. And I'm talented as fuck. I could sit down for an hour and make a beanie that I could charge at the highest $80 fucking for and make money like that. My hands make me money like that. My body makes me money like that, because I can get out here and dance and choreograph and teach a class and do it like that. I got so much going for me. And that's not to say that he doesn't, because he has a lot. And like I keep saying, at his best, he absolutely deserves a woman like me. But he needs to get at his best, and that ain't on me. I'm proud of myself. And I am going to continue to push forward and forge forward. And I hope that all the things in my life can push forward and forge forward with me. But I am no longer holding myself accountable for anything that falls off. My job phone is ringing, so that really does mean I got to get out of here. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good week, and I'll see y'all next week.